part of my questionnaire when clients come in with an animal with chronic disease or cancer or something, I go and I give them an environmental questionnaire. And I give them a questionnaire saying, what has happened, what's different in your animal for the 2 months before the diagnosis of cancer? And so often you would see, within a few weeks to a month, vaccines.
But vaccines don't make dogs healthy. They protect against a certain disease like distemper, like rabies, but they have documented side effects.
Vaccines are an immune assault. They dysregulate the immune system, and they do cause genetic damage, and they do similar damage to similar genomes. That's why you have breed diseases in the first place.
What a lot of people don't realize is that when you go get these veterinary vaccines, that there are retroviruses that are present in them, which the vaccine industry and regulators haven't even addressed. Yet the literature, going back to 2010, show that there is an infectious feline leukemia virus that has been part of the master seed stock for many of the vaccines that are given to not just cats, but dogs, as well as even exotic animals in zoos.
Vaccines or preventives or other pharmaceuticals, the industry generally doesn't look for toxicity and carcinogenicity. They look for general safety and efficacy. Does it work? The government doesn't require them to report carcinogenicity or toxicity. They don't study that. And if you gave a product and you looked at it 5 days later or a week later, would you see carcinogenicity? Of course you wouldn't. So you'd have to do long-term studies. So we're looking at a big change in cost if the government required 1-year survival studies, for example, before they would license anything.
A lot of times there is no science behind it. And in the veterinary field, we're vaccinating a 5-pound dog with the same dose of vaccine that we're using on a 150-pound dog. Now, for the human world, we're all pretty much within a ballpark. You kind of say the average person, 150 pounds. Okay, you're a little on either side of that, but got a pretty good bell curve. For the dogs, it's a huge variation. And so, why does a 5-pound Yorkie get the same dose as a 180-pound Mastiff?
This I remember like it was yesterday. The resident told me, well, when you get your shop, that's what she referred to my veterinary hospital as, they will come by and tell you what you need to give. I said, who's they? She was referring to the drug reps. So even though I was very naive and young, I had a problem with that. Because I'm like, they're not the ones that are having a medical license. Why are they going to be telling me what to give?
One of my friends, Bob Murnane, who's a pathologist, he was in my class, in 1985 graduating class of UC Davis. He told me when they dissect these tumors, in the center, they find the remnants of the vaccine. Period. That was so direct. I mean, there's the vaccine causing the dysregulation and the tumor growing. And that's why in veterinary medicine, like I say, vaccine-associated sarcomas, if you go on the internet, it's everywhere. And so now what they did at that point, they said, well, let's give the vaccines on the legs so that if they get the cancer, we can cut the leg off. Do you think that might be a clue that maybe this isn't a good idea?